It's that time. You know what time it is. It's time for DisRace. It's your man, Bo P. Sitting in again tonight for Mr. D.C. Curry. He'll be here in a little bit. But right now, it's DisRace time. You know what our motto is. No hate.
No fear.
No fear. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. And we never run.
Never.
And what else we say?
Love for all, hatred for none.
Love for, I know, man. I always forget. Love for all, fear none. Respect all, fear none.
Fear none.
Hey, man, it's DisRace right here again, man. We live right here in the beautiful Uptown Comedy Corner. And always in the house, we got guests always. They're not guests anymore. This is the cast. It's not guests. They're the cast. Hey, sitting to my right, all the way to the right today, sitting my man, one and only, Mr. B. Harper.
That's right. Always winning, never losing, people.
And to his left, my man, Black Ass Tim. What's up, Tim?
I'm not that dark. Good to be back.
All the way to my far left, we got my man, Mr. Bullhead.
Yo, what am?
And always the beautiful, smelling great tonight, matter of fact. You're smelling so good, it's messing with my nostril. Miss JJ in the house.
I'm here. I love being here. Thank you all for not kicking me off the show.
No, never. We're never going to do that. But anyway, man, let's get right into it. You know, I know it's a lot more important things in the world going on, but this weekend we had a big weekend of sports. It's the first time ever we got like 7 NFL teams that's 2-0 starting the season.
Let's go Falcons.
That's the first. And the Falcons are finally 2-0 for, I don't know how many years.
Come on, man. Listen, I have faith. I think we are Super Bowl bound.
Do you believe?
Oh, I believe. It's the only team we got, man. Of course I believe.
That's Colorado's size of a mustard seed when it comes to
What
Got the faith of a mustard seed, Rich said. And that's a real good, small-sized faith. But in the NFL, other news, man, tragic news in the NFL. A gentleman got killed at the Patriots game. He died. I don't know if he got killed there, but he died after being assaulted,
punched
in the face twice. One of the
did he
Tyreek
take somebody's beer or something? What happened?
Listen, so this is...
I mean, seriously, I don't know.
He got in a scuffle with a female first before the game.
Right.
And another dude jumped in and punched him in the face twice.
So was it the female's boyfriend that punched him?
No, it was another guy, not the female boyfriend, another guy.
It was a Miami fan. It was a Miami fan.
So he had nothing to do with the situation with the girl.
Right. He was just being a good Samaritan and coming to the aid of a female.
He's a hero.
Defender.
Yeah. And now Tyreek Hill has come out and said the Patriots got the worst fans in the world. I've never been to a Patriots game. I've watched them on TV, but you can't see behind the scenes what's going on in the stands, and I don't know how true that is, but they say they're some of the worst fans.
If the Celtics are any clue of what Boston has to offer as far as fandom, I feel like New England is right up there. Now, mind you, the man is said in the report that the man did not die from traumatic blows.
Right.
Yeah, they said that today, right?
Yes.
He had some pre-existing condition.
So basically, his overweight. Yes, exactly. Okay. Basically, his overweight ass, his 53-year-old drunk overweight ass, ain't had no business fighting, and his heart gave out.
So he had a heart attack after he got punched in the face.
Got punched in the face twice. Yeah, that'll give you. That will upset your heart.
He looks like Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
I mean, but
is it safe to say that he was going to die anyway? Like,
no, I'm with Sister J. Let's just be honest. The Patriots, who have a lot of money, and NFL have a lot of money, are saving face. Unfortunately, I'm not excusing this man from getting inebriated and starting a fight, but definitely I don't see him foreseeing him dying if he don't get in a fight or starting something that happened. So, of course, when you're talking about media and money, I'm pretty sure they released it trying to say, like, he didn't die because of the fight, but we know that's what it is. As far as, like, the fans part, I'm not going to put the Patriots. I'm fortunate enough to been to all of them. I'm not going to put the Patriots as the worst fans.
So what you're saying is,
the Raiders got some pretty bad fans.
He didn't die. Yes. So what you're saying is,
yeah, they do.
He didn't die from the trauma of the fight, but if he had not gotten into the fight, he would have never died. Is what you're saying?
Well, that's what sounds like what y'all are saying.
Because people are dying who never died before.
Right.
But that sounds like what y'all are saying, that he didn't die from the fight. I'm with Brian on this one. He didn't die from the fight. He was already...
It accelerated it.
Okay,
it accelerated. He was 2 chili dogs away from dying.
Okay, so it stands to reason if he with what you all are saying and what they're saying. So if he was went to the game and he just got overly excited, he would have just dropped dead then.
Could have.
So
could
it's
have.
possible.
So let me ask you guys this.
He had pre-existing
It's possible.
conditions.
Let me ask you guys this. All right. When's the last time you were in a physical altercation? Were you in a physical fight?
The other day.
Are you joking?
Yeah, the other day.
No, he not
All
lying.
right.
I
What was
saw
her
it.
What was her name?
I was having sex with my wife. We got into it.
Oh, wow.
All right.
it was
I ain't see
Yeah.
that.
Your
I thought
safe
you were
word's
talking about
harder.
something else.
When's the last time we heard somebody just pass out at
No. But the question I'm asking is that at this day and age, as a grown man, when you get into a physical altercation, stop touching.
Your heart
He
rate.
said
Your
stop
heart
touching.
rate.
Well, when you get into a physical altercation, let's say, hey, motherfucker this, motherfucker that, and we get into it, and it's about to come to blows. When you start to have a physical altercation, you're not expecting to die, but you know that there's a possibility that you could crack
could
your head
die.
on a curb, fucking
Right.
around,
As
slipping.
high as them seats were, he could have found
Well,
I
one thing my father taught me: if you get into a fight, be prepared to fight this person. It could be the baddest person on earth. You never know, so you could die from a fight. If you're not prepared for a fight, you could die from a
Somebody
fight.
try to fight you gonna pull your gun? We got any gun pullers in here?
Well, you can't do that at the game. I'm hoping they don't have a gun on them at the game.
Well, the mindset, let's just be honest, the mindset of an NFL fan versus me getting an altercation with you guys and stuff on the street is totally different at an NFL game. Probably more than likely they've been tailgating all day.
For sure.
The liquid courage is out. Your team is not winning. You get way too invested. Unfortunately, a lot of fans get way too invested and actually thinking that the loss is going to affect their whole week. And so then you start something, and there are a lot of people in today's time
Can't let it go.
that are going to finish it,
Right.
at the crowd.
But-
Especially
but-
talking about a man that's intertwining with a woman and she's got on the opposite team jersey. I'm just telling you.
But let's look at he's obese. Okay, now if you get hit in the head, and what if the blow stops some of the blood flowing to your brain?
I agree. That's
mean,
what
yeah,
happens.
that's
So
but
that means
That's why you hit a nigga
that
in the
could be
head.
anybody though, because if you get hit,
That's what I'm
your
saying.
temper. So that guy is the person who caused his death.
No.
look, now, you know what?
Well, he's gonna face some charges.
No, he's not.
Hey, look,
They've already
not.
cleared him.
He's not
partial
gonna face any
medical.
charges.
It's already came
said
out.
he had pre-existing.
Oh, really?
So,
Yeah,
so
he's good. He got pre-existing
well.
conditions.
Was he? Were both gentlemen Caucasian?
That was my next
I don't
question.
know. I
Richard.
New England, I would
Because
say
they didn't release the way they
95%.
look,
Yes.
yeah.
No.
Because they didn't release how they look, they'll make
No,
us
they-
look
Right.
bad.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and just put it out
No,
there.
he looks like-
it's Caucasian.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is that once
That's crazy.
once you start something and you get into a situation as a grown man, there's certain things that come with that responsibility. Now, I've gotten into it on plenty of games. I'm a shit talker at the games, but I've gotten into it with somebody back and forth throughout the game,
Right.
and then after the game, had a beer and had a laugh with that same dude. But I've
Right.
also gone places where we have to take two different exits.
Right, I
Because
got you.
people are, I don't know, they act like they are on the team.
Exactly, Tim.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I was
Like they
at
assistant
the
coach or something.
Falcons and Ravens game last year. And was it last year? Year before last. And I was talking trash, standing up, doing me. And the Falcon lady said, "Sit your ass down." I said, "I'm sitting."
Listen.
I was surrounded around all Falcons.
Right.
And it was one or two of us Ravens. I don't know them, and they don't know me. I said right on
Well,
time.
Philadelphia.
It wasn't that serious.
Philadelphia have some pretty bad fans also.
They have a,
They're
that's,
so bad that they have a jail in the bottom of the stadium.
Are you
Yes.
serious?
Yes, they do.
But let me tell you,
You
the worst
don't,
thing
you
I
don't,
ever
you don't
seen.
wait for Monday to go to trial. After the game, they got a judge right there.
Hey, but let me tell y'all something.
Yeah.
The worst
Wow.
tailgate I ever been to was right here in Atlanta when New Orleans came in town.
Oh yeah,
Man,
yeah,
they
yeah,
was
yeah.
fighting like cats and
Oh,
dogs.
that happens every time.
Those are the
crazy.
wrong type of fans because I think the Falcons and Saints have one of the best rivalries as far as like camaraderie wise
Yeah.
in the NFL. I just think you just saw a wrong bunch because most of the time
Yeah,
there's a lot of trash talking between Saints and Falcons
Yeah.
fans. But like Tim said,
Yeah.
after most Saints and Falcons game,
Yeah.
they gonna
They
be
party
camaraderie,
together.
party
Right,
together.
right.
You just like
You
ran
know?
across the
Now,
wrong
I
bunch.
will tell you, when Chicago came in town some years ago, man, we threw some tailgates and we was hugging and loving on
Yeah,
each
because
other.
Chicago ain't winning no game. Ain't nobody mad at them.
We did the
They
Falcons
feel
in
sorry
game.
for you. They like, oh, you a Chicago fan? Have a
Right.
drink, man. You're not gonna win. Have a drink.
Now,
Look, we was sharing food and drinking everything.
Go ahead, Rich.
The altercation happened, of course, at the game, right? Because
Right.
two different teams. But do you think there were altercations that happened at Deion's game the other day because of that bad hit from?
Oh, with Travis Hunter?
Well,
Yeah.
we
In
were going
college
to get to that.
stances.
We were going to get to that,
Yeah.
but I don't know if there was any altercations at the game. But I know the guy got death threats. His family got death threats.
What?
The boy who did the hit on Travis Hunter, his family got death threats after the game.
I
just think
they're
between
taking it off.
social
It's
media,
too much.
I think fans take this thing
I was just
way
gonna-
too
but
serious.
do
Well,
you-
I can't
do you
say
think
just
that's-
social media though, Brian, because they was doing stuff like that.
Oh yeah. That's saying like, and I hate to
Yeah.
call out certain schools. I don't want to revoke some of my
I got
passes, but
Well,
they just take it way too
let's be
serious.
for real. The coach started a lot of the bad blood before the game even started.
When you talked about the sunglasses
The
and the hat?
Colorado State coach.
When you talk about
Yeah,
the
he
sunglasses
When
and the
he
started it.
shades?
started talking about Deion Mama didn't raise him right,
Yeah, he started
that
it.
raised a lot of people.
Did he say his
anger
mom didn't
right
raise him right, or he just said I was taught?
Talk by my mother.
Exactly.
That's what I said. I was taught.
Which alludes to that Deion's mama
Mother
didn't
didn't
raise
raise
him.
him right.
So hold
He
on
didn't
now.
say it, but
Now,
he
what exactly
allude to
happened
it.
now? For the folks who didn't see it,
So
what happened?
For the,
the Colorado State coach was commenting on Deion's presence when he was doing his interviews, whether it be shades and hoodies and,
A hat.
and hats and things like that.
Right.
And when he was saying this, he quoted, he said,
alluded to.
see, and this is what
But
we're going to
do the
talk
quote
about. This
first.
is what we're
Do
going to
the
talk
quote
about.
first. Do
Right,
the
right.
quote. What did he actually say?
He says, my mother raised me not to wear sunglasses and hats when I'm addressing the public. He said, my mother. So now, what happens in this situation? And black people, we're really good at this. We are real good at this.
And misquote what people say. First of all, you did.
But what was the quote then, Bo?
Yeah, Bo, what was it?
He said, when I addressed my team, I took my hat off, and he said, I don't wear hats and shave because my mother didn't raise me that way. My mother
Yeah.
raised me not to wear hats and shades when
Yeah.
I'm talking to grown men.
All right,
Okay.
this is where I
So
have
that
a,
alludes to me,
It doesn't allude-
me being a black woman, that and the mother of two black males that both play sports. That alludes to me that I didn't raise my son well, and I raised my son well, and I'm like Deion's mom. I raised you right, and I also raised you to be yourself, and I also
raised
told you,
Yeah.
to if you
Play your
gotta
theme
kick
music.
ass, then kick ass.
So, but this is my whole thing. Like, what happens in that moment? Are we designed to listen to what we think the offense is, or are we designed to listen to what the words actually are?
It's how you interpret it.
Words are powerful.
It's how you
bingo.
interpret it.
So
Words are
that's
powerful.
I was great for somebody to say that. It's how you interpret it. Now, me personally, a lot of us have always taught our people, especially coaches, look a man in the eye and things like that. I wish people would have focused more on the fact that this was the first time there was two black Power 5 head coaches facing off to each other. If people would have played the whole interview, he was giving Deion his props, and the only thing he said was that I teach my players, which we all, Deion is different, and that's going to be Deion. I don't think he was alluding to that the man's mom didn't raise him right, but what I didn't like was that they took that little small snippet, sent it back to Deion. What Deion could have done was, hey, that's the way he do his team, must do mine. I wished, but that's Deion, he would have said, hey, that's how I do my team. He does it like that. But Deion said, this is personal. So now he fires back that it's personal. And what we got to understand, or fans, I would like all fans to understand, like, look, I know it's Deion. He's got all the lights and everything. But those young men in the other locker room, they showed you, they love their coach too.
Right.
And
they balled out.
And I just did a thing the other night. Is Deion's mouth writing checks that his players' body gonna have to cash? I ain't saying they can't cash them, but his players' body gonna have to cash.
Now you know, and we all
Nah.
know that Deion is sponsored by the sunglasses that he's wearing. They made $1.2 million,
1.2 million, yeah.
and things like that. So you know, there's a lot of things. It's
That's
prime
not gonna
time.
save your kids.
It's not. It's not.
But what? Hold on,
but is it wrong
Brian.
for Deion to
Hold
be
on.
making money?
He
Hold
prime
on.
time, baby. He gonna make that cash.
Hold
Right.
on, Brian.
Yeah.
Let's
Go
go
ahead.
back what you
Okay.
said. If you'd have heard that statement coming towards you, you can't say that you would have took that personal. That is personal. How I dress, how I talk to my players, ain't got nothing to do with you in your locker room. Because see, when he talked to his kids, he didn't bring it up. He waited till he was talking at the coaches meeting. It was a coaches interview.
Right.
And he brought it up then like Deion is now he's boasting that this guy over here is tacky.
He didn't
Pretty much
say
is
that.
what he's
All
saying.
he said is
That's what he said,
Pretty
Brian.
much.
No, he just
pretty
said-
much is what he
Why,
said.
thing is,
why y'all
don't
don't tell the
throw
man what he's
shade.
saying?
This-
All
this
I'm saying,
my
this man is
thing.
60 years old. This guy's 60 years old.
Been in the game a minute.
And
then he
all the
should
things
know when to
he's
keep his
saying is
mouth
that
closed.
I do my team like this.
A 60-year-old man didn't
you
know
are
when to keep his
learning-
mouth
so you
closed.
are-
Old
so
ass
you
nigga.
are learning to the fact that Dion is not doing his team. He's doing his team a disservice. So you can't throw shade. You can't. You
Why
can't
is he
throw
learning to
shade
fight
and
his
don't
team?
think
I'm
it
asking
ain't gonna
you.
be uncovered. You can't
I'm
throw
asking you,
your
no,
you
real
can't
talk-
throw
real
your
talk.
stone and hide your hand.
No, I'm asking you, like, what disservice? How am I alluding to the fact because I tell my kids to do this? I didn't say Dion was wrong for doing his kids. So
But
please
why
tell
you
me how
even
Dion doing
why
his
you even had to bring it up? It wasn't even a part. Why you have? This is what I do with my team. Okay, so what's the difference?
Well, you know, and then we have this moment. Then we have this moment where a lot of this is bravado. I mean, they're in front of the cameras to have this conversation, and when they have these conversations, it is up to the media to check to pull it out of there so we can all say, ooh.
So
So is it all for ratings?
On that,
Right, absolutely.
let's keep that thought. We're gonna go to break. Let's keep that thought. We'll be right back. This is DisRace. We're right here, man. I'm sitting in for DC Curve. This is Bo Pete. We'll be right back on DisRace. We're gonna keep that conversation going.
Be sure you like and subscribe. If you're on
Be sure
YouTube
you like and
watching,
subscribe.
like and subscribe.